Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing it.
Okay, so I want to know if we can be hard. I'm trying to figure out why. For a few people to get in
Yeah, I heard you. I heard music.
You hear music? You hear me?
You know, it's a delay, so I'm waiting for the delay.
Check, check, check. You hear the music? Then we should be being heard.
Yeah, yeah, it's coming through.
Okay. All right. Just give a little time for it to build up. Man, bro, what if? Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
What if? What
Yep,
you
I've
think
seen all
about
of
it?
them.
What you think about
I like them. I think they're good. This last one wasn't my favorite, but I like them.
it?
That Doctor Strange one was that deal. That was a great one and a great
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling these zombies, man.
Yeah, I wasn't. They were trying way too hard to be a zombie, a zombie show. Like they were doing all the typical zombie stupid stuff, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Why would you split up? Or why would Winter Soldier go down to the room by himself? Like it didn't make sense. Like it was some decisions made that just didn't make sense, and it kind of took me out of it.
Hey, you know, that's interesting that you said that because it just makes me think like we have got accustomed to these Marvel characters, and now we want to see these characters in different situations. So that's not what they would do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's not.
If y'all
It's
could,
not how they react. It's just it didn't. I didn't buy it.
if y'all could, go and retweet that we live on Twitter. Let everybody
Yeah,
know.
I got it. I got it. Yeah. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the jump scares. Like nothing. Like it was just quick. It wasn't natural. The jump scares. It was just like they were forcing it.
Yep, I didn't like it.
So,
I didn't like it.
no, it wasn't. It felt forced.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just I didn't like that aspect. Like I saw zombies, I was like, I'm gonna wait.
What? I know the zombies gonna be dope because I like the zombie cartoon.
If you can hear
Yeah,
us
look.
in the chat room, go ahead and put one up real quick. If you can hear us in the chat room, then we're gonna get started. We just getting everything set up because this podcast will be the podcast of podcasts. Anyway, so we're gonna be talking Sony tonight, folks. You don't see nothing else on this joint. It's all about this showcase for us tonight. So if you're in the chat room, go and put a one up so we know that we sound clear to move forward. I'm gonna give us another 4 or 5 minutes to get things opened up so we can get more people in the chat room. Don't know how many people gonna join us because it's a little late, but we gonna see what pops off. We got a lot to say. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss. But anyway, going back to the zombies, man. What's going on with the zombies?
Yeah, it was kind of forced to me, man, and that's why I didn't like this episode. I thought they've done a great job with putting the characters we like in certain situations, and it's been like cool. But this one, it felt like they were forcing it, and they were trying to make things happen. They didn't need to, so I wasn't.
I feel like the pacing wasn't there. I think the pacing was,
That's part of it.
yeah.
That's part of it.
I think if they would have slowed down a little bit, like you just killing off.
Yeah, everything happened too fast.
Right, like when they killed Iron Man and they killed who was it? They killed Iron Man. They killed basically the whole
Avengers.
Avengers right there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, man, know, give us a chance to process all this, and then
Yeah, they ain't get no chance to breathe.
Yeah, Cap jumped on the. Go ahead.
That's the one part I like.
I wasn't even actually mad about that. Like I was like, okay, let's see where we going.
Yeah, Cap was cool.
Stereotypical
But
stuff.
again, they set it up right. Like to me, they didn't show enough appreciation to the other Avengers. Like they made Iron Man them kind of pushover, but then they made Hawkeye. They made him. They kind of gave him some shine.
He shot one arrow, man. He didn't get no shot. He shot one arrow.
How he pulled those.
2 arrows.
He pulled those.
Yeah, that was a cool setup, but he didn't do much. He shot 2 arrows.
You're right.
It was just, it wasn't there. It wasn't there for me.
I'm not getting into response, but I see some folks in here. But we're going to go ahead and get things started because, I said we're going to give a couple minutes. So I'll wait a little bit.
That's what you say.
That's what I see. I see about 4 minutes. So we got 2 minutes. But anyway, The Matrix, bro.
Yeah.
The Matrix, bro. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of excited.
Are you? Are you really?
Yes, I am. I got some theories. Some I shared with you already.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there's a lot more going on than what meets the eye.
That I completely agree with. There was a lot of allusions to the lore of the Matrix. You saw the Alice in Wonderland book. You saw the Follow the White Rabbit and stuff like that. So there was some meta calls because in one of the scenes you actually see them watching the video of Neo when he first entered the Matrix. Like when the liquid turned into like metallic and went down his throat. They're actually like showing that on the screen. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I am a, you know what I'm saying? I am deep in Matrix lore. You know, I am deep, and that's probably my favorite movie of all time is The Matrix.
But you know, 2 and 3 really wasn't supposed to happen. Like 1 was supposed to be a one-off.
One was a one-off, and they saw that the success of 1 it was too big, and they kind of forced them into making more.
Yeah.
And 2 and 3 was supposed to be just one long movie, and the studios bought them out of it, so they did 2 movies.
Well, I thought they cut it in half, right?
They did 2 movies, but it was another thing that the studio did. They were supposed to come out 2 weeks from each other. The original plan for Matrix 1 and 2 was the Matrix 2 comes out 2 weeks later, Matrix 3 come out. But the studio didn't like that. They wanted to make more money.
From Lord of the Rings and how they was doing there, and made one big movie and cut it and slice it into instead of 3 they sliced it into 2.
But it was supposed to be 2 weeks after each other, man. It wasn't supposed to be what it was.
Okay.
And that's why so many people did not like the ending of Matrix 2. There's so many people, but it was supposed to be 2 weeks later. You see the conclusion. It wasn't supposed to be a whole year.
If you're in the live chat, you can hear us put a 1 up. We about to get things started. Make sure the microphones and everything's coming through clear. We just testing everything out real quick. We about to get this thing popping.
Don't get me started talking about the Matrix. Don't get me started talking.
2 and 3 opened up a lot of questions that kind of deviated from the original runoff. The original one. 2 and 3 kind of, I think, opened the doors to a few, like, does that really work with the first one? So,
I don't, to be honest, I don't think 2 does. I love 2.
I don't like 3 that much. I love 2.
I don't like 3 that much, but to me, 2 was still well made. A lot of people have issues with the conversation with the architect. I think that is probably one of the best scenes in movie cinema.
And I would say this,
to me.
Another issue I had with it was Neil's confusion. Like he went back to being the dude that was questioning everything. You can't go back to questioning everything when you just became the one and you broke free from the questioning. Then you go back to what's going on, why, and all that. It's like you turn back into the Neil before you became Neil. You turn back into the dude before you became the one.
I can see that because he believed it was supposed to end after what he did, right? and so there was some legit confusion because he was like, it was supposed to end. Why is it still going on? So I can see that confusion. I still don't think he was as clueless as he was in the first one, but there still was some pieces he was trying to put together. That's what the conversation he had with the Oracle when he saw her as a. Oh, what's up?
I'm talking about more his demeanor, like not that he still had questions, but kind of what's his name? Keanu kind of put back on the face of the dude who was coming out of the Matrix and following the rabbit, and
really, you thought that?
Yeah, his face kind of took back on that confusion. I was like, well, you don't need to be that confused, but asking questions and still trying to figure things out because it was more to figure out. I agree. It wasn't more. It definitely didn't kill anything. It just was a little puzzling.
I still thought he was sure of what he knew, face, and then curious about what he didn't know. I didn't get the feel that he was back to being the clueless guy, because even when he talked to the Oracle, he knew what he knew, right? Yeah, you're a machine. I don't know why you're here, but I can feel him knowing what he knew, but still questioning about what he didn't know. I felt that. I didn't feel.
I get that. And they was trying to make him become the one, even in the supposed. I got a theory about
the supposed real world. I know that's a whole.
And I didn't even know. Okay, but I didn't even know what you said earlier. I didn't know that there was already a theory that Zion was actually still in the Matrix. But yes, we'll see, because I think Trinity is not the real Trinity. I think this is something to draw Neo back into the Matrix. That's what I think. I think
I can believe that.
Okay, so let's get on into this. If you ain't in here and you ain't ready to go, well, it's gonna happen anyway. So let's pop this off.
It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busted. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet Eye Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy be. What it say? Live and level, live and level. We on the MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level.
What's up, people? We are in the building. We are in the internets. We have K-Bump 20. We have Keith Norris, and hopefully Mr. D2K will be able to join us here shortly. If you are in the chat room, if you are here, put a 1 up in the live chat. Let us know we're coming through clear. Let us know what your name is. We'll give you a shout out. Oh, okay. Who is this? Carlos Hill. Welcome to the show. Hey, finally got to catch one of these live. Been listening for years. Welcome to the show, bro. We are here to have good discussion. I'm going to turn this mud back on for my fellas to get back in here. What's up, people? What's up, folk?
Yo, what it do?
It is what it is. What's up, Key?
I'm muted.
So, we have Mr. Carlos. He said he's been listening for years, so send him a shout out. Let him know we appreciate him being up in this joint.
Absolutely. Thank
Where
you.
you hailing from, Mr. Carlos Hill? Where you hailing from, bro? Let us know in the live chat. We'd love to know. And welcome to the show. We have a lot to discuss, and we got a lot of time to discuss it because we're not jumping off the Sony topic tonight. It's all Sony, and that's what we're talking about. No hate to Nintendo. No hate to Microsoft. But Sony came through with the business tonight. And we gonna talk about it. I'm excited. I was a little worried at first, but when we got through them first few games, some of them first few games was nice. And how I'm gonna do it, fellas, because I meant to tell y'all this earlier. I got the whole show that they showed keyed up. Now I know y'all might not be able to see it, so if y'all can get the titles of these games. New Orleans. Oh, we making some. Hey, y'all, we in New Orleans. Oh man, we praying for y'all down there as well, man. We praying for you.
Yeah,
And,
definitely, bro.
pray that
Definitely.
everything on your end is going well and you're not too set back with the situation that's going
Displaced.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you didn't lose anything. Are you doing okay? Let us know that as well. How are you doing? How's everything your way, man? We be praying for you, lifting you up. But we happy to know you tuning in here. That's good to know. So
Appreciate it, man.
yeah.
man.
But this is the showcase night. Sony came through, and Sony is not playing. But before we get all into that, we gonna jump into what we've been gaming on for a second. And but Carlos, let me know. Everything on your end doing good? Are you and your family well? Let me know. Send that prayer out for you. And then
Sure.
we're gonna get into these topics, man, because it's one of those days.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mr. Norris.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to discuss before we get off into what you've been gaming on? Anything that we talked about the Matrix. We talked about we've been talking about a lot of stuff. We talked about What If. Have you seen the new Marvel movie? What is it?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah, Shang-Chi. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. That's a theater release, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah. They're only for the first 45 days, something like that.
Disney tripping, man. They need to go and put that
I'm
stuff.
not ready.
I'm not ready
to
put
go
that
back.
stuff on Disney Plus. I ain't going to the theater.
Right. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go back.
Nah, until we unless we rent it out, I ain't got no desire to go be sitting with random people for 2 hours in no theater. Nah, no randos on
look.
today.
Look, as soon as they call, you're gonna be sitting in the whole movie like, oh, I can't do it. Ruin the whole movie with one call.
Right. Like you ain't gonna be able to enjoy it because you're too worried about what's going on around you. So anyway,
Right.
yeah, man, I look for it. I still ain't seen what was the other one? What's that girl?
Black Widow.
I haven't seen Black Widow either. I haven't seen either one.
It's good. It's good though. You got to see it.
Yeah, man, I want to see it, but I can't do the theater. K-Bum, I can't do it.
But that was on Disney, $30, but it's on there.
Yeah, I ain't paying no $30. Yeah, I wait till it come out on Blu-ray and pay $30 and have it before I give Disney any early access money. No, I already paid you for Disney Plus.
You.
They give you no early access. You done lost your mind. Better HBO Plus. You better HBO this on HBO Max.
I think we got a guy on here, guys. I think there's another guy on here.
Who else is on here? Unless I'm late, I see Carlos said we all good out here.
No, I'm looking at I'm looking at Discord.
Who's on here?
Mr. D2K?
D2K, you in here? You ain't saying nothing?
I'm not sure my mic is working.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
Just turn it
You
up.
super low though.
Just
You
turn
super
it
low.
up. Just turn that joint up. Anyway, welcome to the show, D2K. We happy to have you. But that's good, Carlos. Happy to know that you're doing good. Said bouncing back slowly. Appreciate the love, man. We are great to give it to you, man. We praying for all y'all out there, man. I mean, that's devastating to see, and I've seen so much. It's like, man. So yeah, we praying for all y'all out that way who've been affected by this hurricane and all the storms and stuff out that way. So we definitely lifting you up and everyone else over in that area. So yeah, always. But anyway, we got a lot to discuss, so I don't want to hold up here because I'm excited. So let's get into this next subject.
Yeah,
What you been gaming on?
you know what time it is. It's time for What Have You
I'ma take y'all to
Been
church
Gaming
tonight.
On?
One way or another.
Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? What you been gaming on? What you been gaming on? What you been gaming on?
That sound like the
What
movies,
you
man.
been gaming on?
All leaves bounce.
What you been gaming on?
Don't hate on my
Gaming
music.
on,
I was trying.
gaming on,
Ready to do it.
gaming on.
Okay, so Mr. K-Bum 20,
We starting off the top, off the rip.
have you? Because I know you, man, you be coming with a lot of titles. So me and Keith will come behind you because it's been a few games for me, but I know you probably ain't got a lot of gaming in. What you been gaming on, bro?
What I've been gaming on. So I just sent back to GameFly. I sent back MLB The Show. It was a good game this year. It was better than last not last year. 'Cause I didn't play last year. The year before that, I got into the little trading card version of the game. Had fun there. Sent it back. It was time for me to end that rodeo with that game. And then I end up getting in this place. I was trying to get Madden, but I ended up getting two games at the same time. So I got Madden 22. Like I said a while ago on the podcast, I was not going to purchase Madden 22, and I stand by it. I am not buying that game unless it's like on sale for like 10, 15, $20 around maybe Black Friday or later than that. So I'm not putting my money on it. But I do have GameFly, so I'm renting it from GameFly. So I've been playing that. That's it's cool. They have a lot of fixes they still need to do. The game is still slightly broken, especially on last gen. It's really broken there. And I'm not even doing the trading card version of the game. It takes up too much time of your life. So I'm just playing Madden. Maybe I'll feel like playing a little bit more once the season starts, which is today. Maybe I'll jump a little bit more into that. So I still been playing Overwatch, dabbling in that every now and then, playing FIFA with my boys. We got a group of 4 people now that we play, so that's been fun. And then there's another game I've added to my repertoire of games I've been playing, and Marvel Avengers. So I picked up, and I already heard the laughing in the background, so I picked up and gave it a try. The Marvel Avengers. Because I am a big Marvel fan. I do enjoy the characters, so I said, you know what, let me give it a try. I heard some bad things about it. I heard some mixed reviews about it, so I wanted to give my own opinion because I've definitely had situations where people gave something a bad review, and I played it, and I've actually liked it. And I've had some games where people love, and I played it, and I thought it was DD. So I wanted to give this one a try, get my own opinion about it. And I will have to say that this game is doo doo. I'm sorry, man. It is boring. It oh, you know how you got a new game and you just don't want to play it. Uh it is so slow and there's so much talking and the gameplay is just I see the problem with this game. What happened was I believe Square Enix, Eidos, I believe that's the people who made that. They wanted to make a game that people were a single player game that people were going to spend money on, and so they have all these different type of currencies. They have all these different type of ways to shortcut the game, right? Instead of spending time for stuff to happen, you can pay money and level your player up, pay money to get, like, they have like 40, 50 different costumes, right? And you don't even get close to getting enough in-game currency to get any of the outfits. Now, I've been playing it for about 2 weeks. I'm not even close to getting enough currency to buy one of the in-game outfits. So the only way to get it really is to spend real money. And this game is so bad when it comes to microtransactions and them trying to force you to spend money. Let me tell you about one part of the game that is so bad. So there's a part of the game where you go to a shop, or you open up a part of the shop, and you can it's called like factions, right? And so that you have elite gear that you can get from these faction shops, right? And there's a little, so you have this whole thing that talks about the material or the item that you're buying, and there's a little bitty thing that says cost, and then it says how much of whatever currency it costs. It's very small. But the thing is, on the screen that you are on, there is no way to know how much of that currency you have. It doesn't show you.
Okay.
You don't know how much of that currency you have. So it tells you it costs this much, but you cannot see on that screen how much of that currency you have to buy it. There is no currency on the screen of your inventory at all on that screen. And so first I was trying to understand, okay, first I thought it was free, but then I realized there was a cost to it because I read the small print. And then I'm like, okay, well, how much of this thing do I have to buy it? I had to go to 3, 4 of the clicks of the screen to find a screen that actually showed me how much of that currency I had. And that is my problem with this game. One of my problems with the game is that is intentional because I am a developer. And I know that if, as a developer, and if I have a UI team, a team that works for UI, and I have someone who play tested, the first thing that person with play testing would have said was, "Okay, it costs this much. How do I know how much I have?" It doesn't. If 'cause I'm a tester, that's what I do. I test applications. That's the first thing we say. Well, where's the okay? We just cost how much? Where's my currency? And in fact, they chose not to show you that means that they want you to spend the money without knowing how much you're spending. That is a tactic that many games do to force you to spend money. And so this game has a very bad taste in my mouth, and the gameplay is just ugh, ugh. It's so bad, man. I'm trying to play it thinking that I can get past a point. You think you like, when I get past this point, it's going to pick up, it's going to get good. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It hasn't. And I don't know how many hours I can check how many hours I've put into the game, but I am ready to throw in the towel. I've really been truly trying. 6 hours. I've put 6 hours in the game.
I'm sorry.
And thanks, Keith. And I'm ready to throw the towel in. I'm done. I can't. It is painful to play. Yeah, that's what I've been gaming on.
Okay. Mr. Norris, could you share with us what you've been gaming on, bro?
Hopefully more fun than me.
Of course, but of course, I am still playing Psychonauts. I don't know if I said that last time we was on.
I thought you finished it.
No. I kind of put it down. I had some other stuff I had to work on.
Okay.
But I put that down for a little bit. But I have also been playing Astro Chain. I don't know if that word came out. Let me try it again. Astro Chain. There it is.
There you go.
I've been playing that, and I was telling Level about it, and I was like, because I wanted to go get No More Heroes. I was like, I'm finna go get it. And then I was like, nah, I got a game right here I haven't beat, and I know me and him have been going through our backlog rather. But Astral Chain is actually pretty good. Like, it really is traditionally a hack and slash. What turned me off at first was the fact that you had this chain and you can command this other character, and then it gets a little cumbersome. I can't talk tonight. Just like kind of like a Wiimote thing going on. Not Wiimote, but the Star Fox with the pad or whatever. You got to figure out how to play. But once you kind of get over that and you realize that underneath all of that, it's really just a hack and slash game. That's all it really is, because your main character has a sword and a gun, and you swipe with R, the right trigger, and you shoot and fight the same way you would anything else. On the left side, you're controlling your character, but then you can press the L button to control the character. But if you're not controlling them, they're fighting anyway. So they're all like automatic. So it's not bad. It's different. It's definitely different, but definitely underneath all of that is still a Japanese hack and slash, anime, quick dodge type game. And it's fun. I just got the
Oh, we had fun. Nice. I'm having
I'm
fun.
having
Together,
fun,
just
yeah.
like Sin from Xbox from that game.
I forgot the
he built
dog. I forgot what they called it already. It's gonna come to me after the podcast. But I just got that one where you can ride around. I think there's one more I'm supposed to get until I, progress further in the game. Have I been playing anything else? I don't think I've been playing any. I think the only two games I've been playing back and forth.
Well,
First
he
of all,
didn't. He didn't really. Sorry, I mean, he didn't really. No. He's probably done, but he didn't really go in details with the. I guess you went in last time with the Psychonauts.
Oh, oh, okay, cool. I thought I talked about it. Okay, Psychonauts. First of all, the writing on this game is brilliant. Um,
Same,
not
the
in
first one
like,
I've heard.
yeah, not in that. Oh, the storyline is so deep and captivating, but the things that they deal with. They deal with mental disorders and things that real life adults think about, even though it's in this childlike game and it may have, childlike things, but they deal with real life situations. And I think that's brilliant and how you have to navigate through the world and connect. Like you're in someone's mind, and you have to navigate and connect, and you can see how a person's mind could be all jumbled and confused, and all of
Hmm.
these thoughts that we all go through. You know what I mean? And it's just different to play through it. As far as the game and the platforming, it's solid. It's right. Honestly, it's right up there with the Mario's. Uh,
So is it it's a platformer at heart, right? Or is
yeah,
it a platformer this disguised as something else, like like Ratchet and Clank is? It's a platform disguised as something else, or is it just a straight hardcore platformer?
it's a platformer.
Okay.
It's a lot of levels to the level to the like a vertical. It's very vertical.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it's but I haven't finished it, but man, like I can see how a person could fall in love with these characters, man. It like I could literally just watch it, and there are a lot of cutscenes, but it's so good, it's so well written that you could literally watch it like a show. And I'd be surprised if
Legit.
there wasn't one, or they're not going to make one, but they could really do something like that. As far as the game, the only problem that I have with the game is switching between your mental abilities. You only can choose four, and you can only choose. How do you do it? This thing is all the triggers. You can only choose four, and you got maybe eight or nine things you can go through. So imagine playing the game, and the one that you need isn't out there. So you got to stop what you're doing, put that certain mental power that you have on there, and then continue going through the game. And then if you run into something else after you've just done that, and you gotta stop the game again, change it, and put that mental power on some one of the triggers. So it's a lot of that. It's not if they had a way where you could just cycle through all of them, or maybe
Yeah,
even
yeah.
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
it is a weapon wheel, but it stops the game, and it that would take away from the platform because you could be trying to do all these quick moves. If you don't have the mental powers out there, you're gonna pause a lot, and that's the only thing I don't like. When I'm not in the mood for all of that talking and stuff, it can get a little much. It can be a bit much, where you're like, man, I really just want to get back to the platform because it's really a solid, fun game. Graphically, I'm playing it at 4K. I'm playing it at 4K, but I had to tinker with my settings and figure out what was important and what wasn't. And I think I got it right where I needed to be at 60 frames per second in 4K.
Nice.
But
Oh, you're on the PC with it.
yeah, I'm on the PC. But it's a
Okay.
it's a beautiful game. The textures are right. Uh, I'm a little weird with teeth and stuff like that. So the first stage was like you was in this dentist's head, and there was teeth everywhere, like rolls of teeth. It just creeped me out. But so
Triggered.
you're gonna see a lot of stuff like that. But overall, man, I think it's a solid 8.5 maybe. Just for the simple fact that they tackle those issues that most people don't tackle. And I appreciate the developers and the writers. And overall, man, I think you should try it. Anybody
So
who's listening, you
so
should try
so
it.
even me as a non-platformer, you think that I would like that game?
Yep, because you like stories.
I do like stories. That is
So
true.
I think going through the story and meeting the teachers that you run into, because he's
Okay.
I don't know if I told the story, but the story is he's a intern at this Psychonauts Institute where they do a lot of mental things or whatever, and he's trying to become an agent. I guess like an agent, think like FBI or something. You know what I mean? He's trying to become one of
Okay.
them. And he's an intern, so he's going back and meeting teachers, going back into their mind, helping them. He did get in trouble because he went into some ladies. I know I'm getting away the story, but just kind of get you. I'm trying to get you to like want to play. Like just saying it, it's cool. But he went into her mind and he changed her mind, which he broke the rules. You're not supposed to go in people's minds and change them. So
Okay.
that was kind of dope that they did that. It was like you're not supposed to go in
So
people's
in
heads and change
conception,
them.
like,
Yeah, you're not
okay,
supposed to do that. So
okay.
exactly, there you go.
I'll put it in my GameFly.
Yeah, stop
You should.
lying, K-Ball. Don't be sitting up
No,
there
I'm doing it right now.
misleading
Seriously, no
folks.
joke.
Okay, all
No
right.
joke. I'm typing it right
Every
now.
week
Just to
I'm
find
asking
it.
you, had you played that Psychonauts?
That don't mean I got three
Every
games
week.
out right now.
Every week.
Every week.
Every week we do it, I'm be like, have you played that Psycho? If I don't hear Psychos to a game, what you been gaming on, I'm gonna have issues.
This dude.
Do you got anything else, Keith, before we move on to D2?
No,
'Cause
that's it.
I want to get to this.
That's fine.
Okay, Mr. D2K, what have you been gaming on, bro?
Mostly I've been gaming on this Aliens Fire Team
Oh,
Elite.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's right.
I had to retract some of the things I said the last time we were on the podcast.
Okay.
It's still not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot better than I thought it was. I had to mess with some settings on my PC in order to get things running right, and I finally got everything running, at 4K, 60 frames per second. Yeah.
Go ahead and boast. Don't brag over that D2. Yeah, folks,
I mean,
60 frames per second.
I mean, it's not a game that's really that demanding that it would really anyone who had put a decent rig can't do that. So it's not one of those games. I mean, it looks really good. You can tell that the people who designed this game are fans of the franchise. They were very loyal to the lore.
Nice.
They touch on pretty much all the alien movies in this game. You see a little bit of Prometheus in here, a little bit of the first Aliens and the main Aliens movie, a little bit of Aliens Resurrection, all that stuff. You see bits and pieces from all those movies in this game in different levels. Right now I'm kind of stuck on one level that's kind of like I think it's kind of deal with the Prometheus aspect of it, where you see a lot of the what they call them, the engineers. The engineers. You see like the statues and things of them in this big franchise, or this big not franchise, this big place where where I'm right now in the story is where you're going to, I don't want to give anything away, but you're going into some place and you're trying to rescue somebody named Rodriguez, who you hear her on the radio and she sounds like a regular human being, and she's kind of telling you not to come, but she's not telling you not to come. It's kind of weird how she's talking to you. She's saying like, you're warning, you guys gonna regret coming in here, but at the same time she's not just saying stop, don't come.
Typical woman. I got. I'm playing.
Don't be getting us counseled up in here, man. Every thought that you just heard was K-Balls and K-Balls alone. So if you have a problem, counsel him. None of us have the same. Go ahead, D2.
Oh, come on, man. That was funny, man. I don't mean it.
Well, I'll pull you out of this because basically, the closer that you get, the more difficult it becomes to get past each wave. I mean, not only are you fighting the Xenos, but you're fighting actual synthetics as well that are trying to basically project you from getting too far into the structure. And after a while, you start to put two and two together, and you realize that the reason why this woman named Rodriguez is telling you not to come in here, she says, she basically says, call me Cynthia.
Okay.
And the name Cynthia is actually an acronym for what she actually is. She's actually an AI. And she's controlling all of these synths that are attacking you, and she's basically trying to warn you not to come in here, because when you get to where she is, it's over. And it literally is, because I can't get past this level for the life of me. You can play with two bots on your team, or you can go online and team up with other people with two other slots.
Now, do you have to have online? For, like, if I got on the PlayStation 5, I had to have the online online, or is it one that
Probably.
lets you play
If he's on a PC, he wouldn't know.
I know. That's right. Dang it, talk on it.
No, it's not cross-platform. It's not.
Okay.
Not that, unfortunately. I
Okay.
wish it were, but it's when you start off, you could choose four different types of Marines. The character that I pick is a demolisher, and their starting up weapons are the smart gun and the minigun. The smart gun literally is a smart gun. Now, you remember the Aliens movie? I think it was Vasquez and Drake, I think his name was, had the smart guns. These guns actually will aim for you. Like if you point the gun anywhere near a Xeno, it will lock onto it and shoot it there.
Wow.
Versus the pulse rifle, where you have to actually manually aim it with your hands. So it actually comes in handy when you have a lot of Xenos coming at you at once to have the smart gun, because it just obliterates everything. And that's the character that I like to use, because I just tear everything up. But you can have a healer, you can have a technical guy. There's a lot of power ups and things that you can use. Like you can throw down mines, you can throw down this cryo attack mine where it like creates this bubble, and anything that comes in that bubble will freeze, and you can do that to stop an onslaught of Xenos coming after you. And they have different types of Xenophobes. They have the regular ones. They have what's called a prowler, where it just kind of like hangs around and jumps on top of you. You have an acid spitting one that shoots acid from way across the room, and those are very annoying, especially if you're trying to get undercover. Even if you're undercover, if you're not in the right position, they can shoot that acid. So it's an interesting game to play. I mean, it definitely, if you like Aliens, this is definitely scratches that itch. It's not perfect. It's still rough around the edges, but it's definitely worth playing if you haven't played it yet, and if you like Aliens, it's definitely worth it.
Okay.
As far as everything else, I don't think I've really played anything else in the past since we were on the podcast last.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up. You making me intrigued enough to possibly get that game go down the road. I probably won't get it here because I'm trying to get this other game that's about to come out for Sony PlayStation. So, but I did, since I'm next, I did purchase a game when I was in Huntsville, Alabama. I was down there on some, had to go bury my uncle-in-law. And while I was there, I happened to be watching a game that I had been keeping an eye out for, and I didn't know when it was going to drop. But I found out that it had already dropped, and there was none here where I stay in that you can buy physically. But there was one on the shelf at a Best Buy in Huntsville, Alabama. And I bought the game, and the game is this right here, Guilty Gear.
Get chained together just like Sin from Exert, for those who have played that game. He builds up blood meter. Once it maxes all the way out, he is going to take 50% of his health. There's nothing you can do about it, and he cannot use his specials during the period where he's in blood meter.
Oh my
That
God.
said, the amount of damage you can get with these specials is absolutely insane, and we're seeing it here and now. Coma taking literally 80% from one engagement.
Oh my absolute God. Coma just said, man, give me all that good HP.
Apotheosis with just some great hits with that knockdown. Very solid stuff.
Okay, so I'm liking the zoning here from Zato. I believe that is Coma right over there. It kind of looks like he's going to have to work his way very slowly in.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, the interesting thing about Nago is he's built around this paced play, where you're not always being aggressive, and then you just become this threat in that you're a poke-oriented character.
In this game is second to none. It makes
Get chained together just like Sin from Exert, for those who have played that game. He builds up blood meter. Once it maxes all the way out, he is going to take 50% of his health. There's nothing you can do about it, and he cannot use his specials during the period where he's in blood meter.
Oh my
That
God.
said, The amount of damage you can get with these specials is absolutely insane, and we're seeing it here and now. Coma taking literally 80% from one engagement.
Oh my absolute God. Coma just said, man, give me all that good HP.
Yeah. Apotheosis with just some great hits with that Naga. Very solid stuff.
Okay, so I'm liking the zoning here from Zato. I believe that is Coma right over there.
Yes.
It kind of looks like he's going to have to work his way very slowly in.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, the interesting thing about Nago is he's built around this paced play, where you're not always being aggressive, and then you just become this threat in that you're a poke-oriented character.
His Street Fighters it got the same type of
Get chained together just like Sin from Exert, for those who have played that game. He builds up blood meters. Once it maxes all the way out, he is going to take 50% of his health. There's nothing you can do about it, and he cannot use his specials during the period when he's in blood rage. That said, the amount of damage you can get with these specials is absolutely insane, and we're seeing it here and now. Coma taking literally 80% from one engagement.
Oh my absolute God. Coma just said, man, give me all that good HP.
Yeah. Apotheosis with just some great hits with that Naga. Very solid stuff.
Okay, so I'm liking the zoning here from Zato. I believe that is Coma right over there. It kind of looks like he's going to have to work his way very slowly in.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, the interesting thing about Nago is he's built around this paced play, where you're not always being aggressive, and then you just become this threat in that you're a poke-oriented character.
With respect, but he's whooping you up so bad you get
Chained together just like Sin from Exert, for those who have played that game. He builds up blood meter. Once it maxes all the way out, he is going to take 50% of his health. There's nothing you can do about it. He cannot use his specials during the period. That said, the amount of damage you can get with these specials is absolutely insane, and we're seeing it here and now. Coma taking literally 80%.
Didn't even notice that. Thank you, Carlos. My bad. I thought I had muted it. But anyway, I just turned it down. Let me actually just mute it. But because I threw that one in there real quick. But this game right here to me is this is setting the standard. This is setting the bar that any other 2D fighter is going to have to meet up. Like Street Fighters Capcom can't do what they've been doing with Street Fighters after this.
I thought Guilty Gear has been setting the bar. I know as far as visuals goes, they've been setting the bar for a while now.
Yeah, but it was so
in the 2D space.
Yeah, but it was so convoluted and so over the top and zany that it was hard to get into because of the move set. They didn't strip it, but they kind of made it more pliable to non-Guilty Gear people. Like they moved took some of the moves out, made it a little bit more streamlined, made it a little bit more sensible, but yet it still maintains its Gears character. And so for a person like me who plays Street Fighters, this is the perfect introduction for Guilty Gear for me, because the other ones I couldn't figure it out. So if you got to go ahead, D2.
I was like, what you think about the input commands?
The input, it's Street Fighter-esque. It's if you know how to play Street Fighters, you won't have too much of a problem picking up the control schemes here on Guilty Gear. Now it's different, but it ain't different. It's similar enough to where it translates. You know, it's speaking a similar language. So you're gonna be able to jump in on this one, but then when you want to do all the extra moves and all the stuff and how they parry and what's what, then you got to start diving into, you know, how it plays distinctly from Street Fighters. But the core is basically like, you know, Hadouken, uppercut, all that type of stuff is still there. Hold back, push forward, all that's there. Okay. It's not like I would say Mortal Kombat, where they whole way you do stuff is totally different. This one kind of mirrors Street Fighters, but it has its own unique approach to fighting. So you should be able to jump right in my opinion. And like I said, it's a dope game. And it got a whole animated movie in it that you can watch. And it's
that's dope. Like
you don't even have to play. You just watch each episode. They're 20 minutes long, and there's about 12 of them. And he's like, and it tells you the backdrop, the story, each character. It's pretty dope, man. It's definitely worth the purchase. So, with that being said, I apologize for the loudness of the video. But thank you, Carlos, for letting us know what was going on. Anyway, so let's get into these topics. I mean, to this it ain't these topics, to this topic, because we only talking about one thing. So, Sony had its showcase for 2021, and
Yes, they did.
We here to discuss what Sony showed, and for the next hour, because we just gonna watch the whole thing again. If you missed it, you ain't gonna miss it tonight, because we got it on hand, folks. We're not even gonna put no breaks in it. It's the whole showcase right here in your face.
We're not gonna get a copyright and nothing on, are we? We do that.
I don't. If I take the volume down enough, I don't think so. Because it's not gonna be the full screen. So I think we safe. I hope we safe. We will figure it out.
We'll find out real quick.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out real quick.
As soon as this is live over, we'll find out if we good. But we're gonna jump into, and I don't know if I'm hearing myself, but I think it left. So we're gonna jump into this thing, and so the first game that they showed, and y'all probably, I don't know if y'all can see this, and y'all can't see it, but was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. They are remaking the game from grounds up. Now, this is, of course, this is the introduction to the showcase. So once this get past all this, we'll start kind of getting into it. But what was y'all thoughts as this is starting up? What was y'all thoughts? The showcase started with you, D2K. What was your thoughts, man?
Overall, or just this particular?
Just overall, just your overall feelings, how you felt about it as we waiting for this first game to pop up.
I thought it started off kind of slow. That first opening montage of whatever that was kind of like, huh? You know, it, like the guy right here with the crown on, all this other stuff. I'm like, I didn't know. I thought this was a game. But then I realized it wasn't a game, and then I was like, okay, what was the point of this? But I thought it started off slow. A lot of the games that they were showing were games that all kind of looked the same. And they all looked okay, but they didn't look like, there's nothing that jumped out at me and said, boy, this is something I really got to have. Then, I'm not sure who the guy was, but he came on and said, okay, now that we got that out of the way, now it's time for the main event, and bruh. Woo!
bombs away.
Yes, they went from zero
Fire
to
the torpedoes.
Man, it was a Rasegan, Kamehameha, special beam cannon, all of that wrapped into one. They went off, and it was just like on 10 for the rest of the show. You didn't have a chance to catch your breath. You really didn't. It was amazing. I'd never seen anything like that before, and I try not to be a prisoner of the moment, you know, but that second half of that show was better than anything Sony has ever done.
Yeah, it was pretty. They came with a lot. I ain't gonna say it's the best, but it's up there with some of the best that Sony has ever done, especially in their showcases. I would say this is probably one of their best showcases.
It's easily the best showcase.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's like you said, D2K, it's up there with some of the best that they showed. Go ahead, K-Mon, what was you finna say?
No, I was saying that it's easily the best showcase and arguably the best press conference. But I do have an insight. I don't know if D2K is done. I did have some insight on this first video on what was going on in this video. So I got a little insight. So what was going on is that Sony was trying to show you guys why everybody else is playing checkers. They playing chess. They making big moves. It was a precursor to the bombs they were gonna drop.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Message, but yeah.
I know.
I think it was a little long. I think that little montage was a little too long.
I mean, I love the symbolism. I absolutely love that. That's exactly what they're doing. Most deaf.
So the first game was about. Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
I just want to add to that. Did you notice that looking at that cinematic, it looked like a Sony game?
I thought it was a game at the beginning.
I thought it was a game. It looks like a Sony game, and like K-Bone was saying, they're showing you this is what people like. they're showing you in this live action video. They're showing you what people like and how their games look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like the title says, Sony is not playing with you guys. like K-Bum said, while they playing checkers, Sony is saying we playing chess. I like it. I like the attitude, and this first game kind of proves it. Star Wars: Knight of the Old Republic, total remake. Now, I didn't like when I first saw it. I didn't really know what I was looking at, and it wasn't no gameplay like you see right here. Of course, it's delayed. So if y'all watching it on the YouTube channel, you ain't seeing it. You a little bit behind where I'm seeing, but this is going to be a hit, in my opinion. This is going to be a hit. If you disagree, go ahead and speak up. Don't let me do all the talking. But I perceive that this is going to be a hit.
I never played any of the KOTOR games. So I've heard a lot of good things about them, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be interesting. I think that people look at KOTOR and feel like this is the only part of Star Wars lore that hasn't been damaged yet.
Right.
And that's what they're holding out hope, that they can redeem Star Wars through the KOTOR era. So I think that's what it's really is.
Now, this next game, like I said, because I'm just letting it play exactly how you would have saw it if you watched it on your own. So everything you're seeing is how it was presented. This next game is called a Project Eve.
That's the Project Eve, yeah.
Now, I thought this was a Platinum game when I first looked at it, but I don't think Platinum games...
It did have that Platinum feel to it. That Bayonetta type feel to it.
Yeah, because I was like, what is this? This kind of got Bayonetta...
to me, it was Bayonetta meet. I felt a little Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry in it too.
Yep.
That's why I felt it was Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
This scene right here made me think it was Bayonetta, because that looked like some of the creatures and villains that you be fighting in Bayonetta. But then I also got like a Heavenly Sword vibe from it.
Right.
And but Keith, what was your thoughts on this game right here, man?
Yeah, this is actually my first time seeing it. I came in kind of late, but just looking at it now, I can see exactly why you said everything that you said, and I can also see why they making this game, because Platinum taking too long. So hey, we just gonna make our own. But
that's a good point. That's a good point.
But it looks cool. It looks pretty cool. Like I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Like I didn't like that Nier Automata game.
Yeah.
I played like a little demo of
Automata, something like that. Nier Automata.
Yeah. But this actually looks pretty cool. I'll mess with it. You see, I'm already playing Astral Chain, so.
It looks cool. It definitely has potential.
It has potential.
It's a little stiff. Like when she walking, I was like, she little stiff, but this could be still in work in progress, so they could still be working on it.
It's definitely work in progress still.
But for what they going for, they definitely caught that Platinum Games vibe all day. Like, if this, you couldn't tell me Platinum Games didn't make this game. And of course, the Platinum Games is responsible for the original Devil May Cry, that same team. So, of course, it's gonna have that vibe to it. All the imagery, everything say Platinum. But so when I saw that it wasn't Platinum, I'm like, either somebody from Platinum making this game, or this is, because this got Platinum written all over, in my opinion.
It does have Platinum vibes, so I agree.
But it does have something that Platinum doesn't do, and that's that Platinum does more of a shell shade. It doesn't have, like, a lot of Platinum games doesn't have like a real skin
realistic
tone.
type
Like, them skin tones is what threw me off.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, this kind of got more like a Ninja Gaiden type of was that Team Ninja?
Team
artwork
Ninja
style, but it got Platinum Games gameplay. So this got potential. But this wasn't doing it for me. It was like, oh, this cool. This this how I felt about it. This cool. I like what I'm seeing. This I ain't mad at this. This is something I definitely keep on my radar.
Hey, they got some very creative enemies in there. They got like dinosaur heads.
They
creative.
did. They did. And I actually liked the heavy metal soundtrack that they had going with this. I thought that it worked well because it was heavy metal with Japanese singing behind it. I thought it worked really well with the visuals.
Yeah. So this
But there's one thing. I wasn't buying this babyface protagonist though. Cause she just got a baby face, like she ain't never seen war.
You know, that's Japanimation.
I know. I just wasn't. She only got a scratch on her face or a wound, or the baby face protagonist. I just wasn't believing. But you know,
what you think about Bayonetta?
We don't know.
Bayonetta has the swagger though. She has that swagger, that grown woman swag with her. So I believe her.
I know y'all behind me, so we're getting into this next game, and it's called Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Yeah. I don't know. I like. It looks good. I like her attitude, but go ahead.
Personally, I would play this. I would play that before I play this. To play the Project Eve. I don't play platinum games. I don't play Devil May Cry games.
So
I never have. Because this is Borderlands. This is Borderlands people.
Okay, that's what I was supposed to say. It looks like Borderlands to me.
It's Borderlands. The same people. Gearbox.
Okay.
It's Borderlands.
Okay.
So what it is you can tell, and because they actually have elements on there. It's D&D. It's D&D / Borderlands. Okay. That's why they have. That's why if you actually see one in the video, there's a dice on the battlefield, and if you know anything about D&D, that's what you do. You roll dice, and so what this game is Borderlands Smash, Dungeons and Dragons, and that's why it has that. That's why they even make a joke about it, about how do you bring guns to I forget what they call it, but this is like. Lord of the Rings time. It's Lord of the Rings time, and you got guns in it. But you know, Borderlands is known for having these crazy guns, but they're in this fantasy time, you know, with guns. So I think it's a cool mashup. It's something I would try this definitely before I try the Project Eve, because this is probably more on my alley than that.
Of course, isn't it like what's the game you like?
Fortnite.
What's the game you like?
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Nah. This is nothing like Overwatch.
No,
this is RPG. This is going to be RPG.
Oh, okay. I thought it was arena fight.
No. This is going to be an RPG. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be RPG.
Okay, so
okay.
Let's go to this.
It's just guns.
We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, it's RPG with guns.
Okay. Now this game is where it started opening up to me. It's called Journey with Frey to. I think it's called Forspoken.
Forspoken. Yeah.
Forspoken. I don't know who makes it. No, Square Enix makes it. So they just showed it who made it. I'm liking what I'm. You know what this reminds me of? That showcase that Epic showed for the PlayStation when they were trying to show off the SSD.
Oh yeah.
This gameplay kind of reminded me of that. And didn't Square Enix have? No, that was Epic. So why am I doing?
Yeah, that was Epic.
But
that was Unreal. Yeah.
This has, to me, this was the first game that was like, oh, this is interesting. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I'm gonna be honest, I'll be a little transparent. I like that it's a young black girl protagonist. I like that.
Yep.
I like
little light skin would get her. You know.
Yeah,
come on, man.
She actually, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was cool because nine times they don't do that.
I thought that was cool. You don't see the light skin protagonist with the good hair. You don't see that often.
Yeah. So,
you know what? You're right. I just thought it was funny that you said it.
I was finna say it too because that's what stood out to me, that she was actually
being honest,
really attractive. They didn't make her try to go with certain heavy features. They kind of made
or make it too mannish.
Yeah, I like what they doing with this, and this game looks like Final Fantasy, but it looks interesting to me.
It's interesting. It's something that I can put on my radar because it looks different, but it doesn't look too. It's a different spin on the Final Fantasy, right? It's a person out of time. right? Because it's a reason why they're
Graphics
showing
is
you that
dope.
this person is out of this time,
The
right?
visuals
So
are crazy. I ain't gonna front.
yeah, it looks good. I don't know if I would. It doesn't feel too Japanese for me. So I'm not a big on the Japanese kick, so I
Man,
don't
you
play
gotta
too
stop
many.
hating on the Japanese K-pop.
I'm not. It just appeal to me. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. I've never really liked them, but this doesn't feel that way. This feels like something I could.
Let that Avenger game motivate you to play something.
Well, it was made by Square. It was made by Japanese. What are you talking about?
That don't help.
That don't help at all.
Take that, don't just disregard what I just said. But no, I'm liking this.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm sorry, I know D2K has spoke, but it's making me wonder, like, how did she get here? Why is she here? I'm intrigued.
Yeah, this game look dope, man. This was the first one that kind of like, oh, okay, Sony, okay, that's surprising. But D2K, what was your thoughts on Forspoken? I like the title too.
It looks interesting. I mean, there's a lot of potential for this to branch off into other things, and to be the start of something that lasts for a while. Right. You have to start from somewhere. We can't just keep regurgitating the same things over and over. At some point, you just have to come up with something new, something original, and hopefully that's what this is. I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not gonna sign off on it just yet. I'll probably need to play it first before I can say, okay, this is what's going on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's definitely something I'm gonna keep watch of. Now, of course, we get to the next game, and the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yep.
I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't. So we gotta look at it. Yeah, this is kind of like.
I feel like Shannon Sharp right now.
do we? Are we at the point? Do we really care about Rainbow Six anymore? Is this still a thing?
Nope.
It is a small audience that loves Rainbow Six. It is a small but passionate audience that love, just like CS:GO. It's a small audience that loves this type of game, because you understand that people are still playing the last Rainbow Six. It wasn't Rainbow Six. It was called Siege. It was Rainbow Six. It was something Siege, right? And people are still playing that faithfully, man. That's been out for like 3 years.
So this is basically go ahead, D2. Go ahead.
But as we're watching this, I mean, don't you feel like what they're doing here kind of breaks convention from what Rainbow Six really is?
It does.
They copied off of Call of Duty with the zombie stuff. This is their version. It's their version.
I can see that. It's
their version of the zombie, whatever that is, with Call of Duty. I feel like we get to the point to where the first-person shooter is starting to wane. We're starting to see the beginning of a swing from that genre dominating game.
You are not playing the right games then, because if you believe that,
I'm saying the Call of Duty, maybe not Call of Duty or Doo-Doo, but
nah, brother. The first-person shooters ain't going nowhere.
I ain't saying ain't going. I'm saying domination.
They're changing. That's what Apex.
Okay,
Apex
Legends. Dominate. I said dominating.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they still dominate. They're just so different now. They're not just the regular military shooters.
Now, okay, so dang, we got to keep going. I hate to cut everybody off, because this thing is going faster than I thought. Now, wait a minute. Now, this is interesting though. Wasn't this originally exclusive to Microsoft?
What game are you talking about?
Alan Wake.
Yes, it was the original. No, it was Xbox 360, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Alan Wake was Xbox 360. It was a Remedy, I believe. Remedy made this, and it was touted that this is the PlayStation game on Xbox, and it's going to change Xbox. It's the next big thing. Blah blah blah. Flop.
Did it flop? I thought it did okay. Did it flop? Okay. Well, I mean,
it didn't. Okay. Let me say this. Maybe it didn't flop, but it did not do what they set out for it to do. The expectations of Alan Wake was going to be, they were supposed to be massive. It was going to be on the same levels of Gears as far as success.
It's the same the way that they talked about the other game.
Yeah.
Even though it came much later, they wanted it to be another. What's that game? The Cordyceps game on Sony. What is that game?
The Cordyceps.
With the
Last of Us.
Last of Us. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably wanted to be something like that, and that level it just didn't target.
Alan Wake was fun. It was good. The story kept me going, but honestly, even this right here doesn't even look good. I'm sorry.
It's just a remake. It's just a remaster. It's not. Yeah. Oh,
remaster. It's not a remake. Okay.
It doesn't. Like you can keep it.
Yeah, but now we where I'm at is showing Grand Theft Auto. So, I like I said in the Google when I said until they put this on Switch, I don't care. Like I could care less about this. It done ran its course. We don't need another update of this game. Put it on the Switch and make Grand Theft Auto 6.
But people are playing this thing though.
But yeah, because they've been playing it for the last 2 decades.
Like is this a precedent's been set here that there's a game that has crossed 3 generations and people are still playing? I don't think there's another game we can say
Mario
that has crossed. No. The same game.
Oh, okay.
No. I saw a meme. I don't think it's true, but I saw a meme where they were showing like all the different presidents shaking hands with Vladimir Putin, and how Putin was there for Clinton, for Bush, for Obama, for Trump, and for Biden, but they had Grand Theft Auto 5 over Putin. Different versions of different games for the other presidents.
Dude, it's been here since the PlayStation 3, man. Like we have never seen a game do this. That's my knowledge.
Forget Grand Theft Auto, because it ain't worth giving this much energy to. I don't.
People playing it though, bro.
But we ain't finna talk about it this long, because we just talking all through Ghost.
This game intrigued me when they showed it the first time.
Yeah. I don't want to waste all our time talking about Grand Theft Auto over Ghostwire. But this is the first person, so that already makes it a hard sell for me. It's not too many games I could do in the first person view.
This
Metroid
game looks
Prime,
really good.
but it looks good. Yeah, it does. But I don't know if I want to deal with all that. I might be too.
Who makes the Dishonored games?
Yeah. This looks
like it'll be a good VR
game. It
game.
look like the Ring,
right?
With some other stuff, and I'm like, the Ring scared me, so I don't know if I want to see stuff like that right there. I don't know, man. I don't know. That type of stuff, and when it got them faces, them Asian faces on it, and they all twisted. I'm good, bro. I'm good, Ghostwire. So, what was next? Got Ghostwire, Galaxy,
Guardians
of the K-Bombs. So K-Bomb, go ahead and talk to us about this game.
All right. So, as you can see, the cast isn't too excited. But I am very excited about this game, Guardians of the Galaxy. I first saw the trailer, I think it was E3, maybe, and they showed the actual gameplay of it, and it kind of had that Marvel Legends feel to it, where you have all those players on the same multiple, like 4 characters on the same field, and then you can team up and do ultimate together. It had that same feel when you saw it, but it has all 5 members of the Guardians in the battle at the same time, and you can call out special moves to do together because you play as Peter Quill. And I just thought that whole concept was cool, man. I really liked it. I thought it was did he throw another interception? Come on, Tom Brady. I really thought it was a cool concept. I like the story so far that I've seen about it. I like the pacing of it. The voices are legit. I think it's a good game. I'm excited.
Go ahead. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
If you're judging just by this video,
it looks amazing.
No.
What I don't like about it is I don't like Quill's face. I'm like, why? Who?
Because they made him more after the. It's not made after the movie.
I know,
but the comic book.
But does he look like that in the comics? I don't remember him looking like that in the comics. I think his face looks boo-boo.
I liked it.
He got a boo-boo face. Like, I don't like you. I don't want to look at you all day. Now, this part looks good. But K-Bon, let's be real. All of it has been looking good, but you playing the Avengers right now. You like, it's boring.
It's feels that game. What I saw that game look is a way different than what's going on in Avengers.
Okay.
It's way different.
Okay. I'm okay.
It's way different.
Okay.
From a person who's playing Avengers, what I've seen in this game is way different.
Okay.
So I can still hate on this game, Avengers, and be excited about Guardians.
Now this game,
I can do both.
If you say anything about this game is boring, I'm gonna be like, K-Mom. So, but yeah, I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks really good. I think it's playing this Blood Hunt. I ain't even really tripping off this, so we can keep talking about Guardians. But it looks good to me. It's definitely like the one game we was talking about earlier. What is that name of that game? Forspoken. It's definitely on my radar. I must definitely be watching out for it. This game right we're looking at right now make me want a real Blade game. Like stop playing.
Yeah, it did.
Blade. But anyway, so
It did.
Okay, Keith, D2, do y'all got anything to add with the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, it actually looked pretty fun. That portion right there, it's looking
Thanks,
better
Keith.
each time I see it. It's looking better each time I see it. When they first showed it, I was like, I don't know if it was choppy, my stream was messed up, but it did not look good to me. But that actually looked fun.
Okay.
I don't know what we looking at. What is this?
This is Blood. This is Blood Hunt. This is Blood Hunt.
My man said what?
And this next one is y'all seen this one. This is Deathloop. So
Keith's favorite.
yeah, Blood. This is
Man.
Blood Hunt. That game, like I said, that just made me want a Blade. Just give me a real Blade game and stop playing. I don't want that. But this is Deathloop right here. Another first-person shooter. Ain't this the one by Bethesda? Is this Bethesda? Who is this?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the game that they won for
That's
sure?
Bethesda.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sony better show all this because Microsoft finna snatch this up real quick. It'll be Microsoft stupid. They should just snatch this up. Like, look,
Contracts, buddy. Contracts
like,
have been
man, forget
have
that
been
contract.
signed,
Forget that contract.
and get your butt sued.
Yeah, they got
Contracts have
enough
been
money to pay
signed.
for it. They got enough money to pay for that contract.
The fact that Microsoft is I mean, because they own Bethesda, but man,
Right.
I just feel like this is going to be mediocre. And as I was telling K-Bomb and D2K earlier, I was like,
Right.
I am sick of seeing this game. But K-Bomb came to the rescue and said the game is coming out soon. Oh
Yes,
Lord, if we see
Next
this
week,
game
buddy.
again,
Next week, the 14th.
listen, thank you. If we see this game again, I'm going to scream. I am sick of seeing Deathloop. I feel like I'm in a loop watching Deathloop.
Yeah,
That's funny, game.
it has been.
Ah, just
it
come
has
on
been
out.
shown too much. But like I said, to me, I feel like Microsoft, they probably should have just went on and said, "Look, you know what, Sony, we bought this game. We gonna take this game. What do we need to pay y'all to take this game? Because
Would have had to pay them more just to break the contract.
right. Well, I guess you're right. I guess maybe I'm just like y'all need something. So, anyway, this next game. What is the name of this game? I don't even know how to say
And that was kind of dope.
Yeah, Deathloop. It don't look bad. Again, it's a first-person shooter. So
Yeah, it don't look bad.
For
don't
me,
look bad.
it's like, I don't know. I just don't do first-person shooters, man. Like, even with Metroid Prime, like, it's the only reason I get because it's Metroid and it's Metroid Prime, and I'm like, I gotta get it because I want to play it. But that first person just don't do it for me, man. And it's only a few games that I will actually stomach through, and it's like maybe just 2 or 3, not too many. And I mean, I just don't like that angle. I want to see the character. I don't want to pretend like
You want to see myself.
I want to see the person. I ain't in this game. I don't need to see the gun. I want to see the person. So, this next game, I don't know how to say it. TCHIA. How you say that? I don't know how to say it. So,
Well, is that the one that's the
Tisha.
Pacific and the
Or
ocean
Tika.
one, or
Tika, is that how you say it? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I ain't even finna try. But you see it. You shall be seeing it
Chia.
soon.
Probably Chia.
Yeah, Chia. Okay, but it's a weird gameplay. It looks different.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all seen it.
Oh, that's the one in the red room.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not really gameplay. You don't really show
Yeah,
nothing.
it's weird. That's why I said it's kind of weird looking. And I know YouTube is behind it, so it should be popping up there if y'all use
Yeah,
it,
we're seeing it.
Okay, y'all seeing it. Okay. So go ahead, give me your thoughts. I ain't have much on that.
I don't know what to say about it. To be honest, you didn't really show much.
All right.
But one thing we didn't mention before we get to this next game that's gonna these games, which ones are exclusive? Was anything that they showed exclusive outside was the Forspoken? Was any of these games exclusive?
They didn't really say. They just showed.
Listen, and this isn't to back Microsoft, but we do bash Microsoft a lot, and I feel like all of these games are going to be able to, except Project E maybe, are going to be able to be playable on every platform.
Yeah, I ain't
Just
see
That's a possibility.
I ain't see a whole lot of exclusive stuff. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but
At least they didn't
that just
say
goes
it.
to show you, good gameplay does it for you. You don't even think about it.
Nope.
Yeah. This game right here, I think this is one we were just talking about. Maybe I'm not. I don't think we behind. It's a animation looking game where they jumping into different creatures and stuff.
Oh yeah, that
You
game.
know what this looks like? This, I don't know if you played this game on. It's like a mobile game, but I think it's on the Switch now available. But it's like a Zelda top-down game.
Yeah.
Ocean something.
Yeah, I know
Ocean
you're talking
Horn,
about
maybe?
Ocean Horn. I
Yeah.
played the original. They got a new one out that I want to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me somewhat of that, Skyward Sword esque. Not Skyward Sword, but Breath of the Wild and Wind Waker kind of blended
Wind
into
Waker, yeah.
one game. But it looks cool. I think this is that Tachia game. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
even
it
still a little
looks cool.
paraglider leaf thing.
Yeah, it don't look bad. It don't look like something I'm just finna. I gotta see more of it, how the gameplay, because I don't want to just be jumping into different creatures and y'all can keep that. I'm a bird. I'm a crab. No, I'm good. I'll be on another game. So, but anyway, so now we got through the teaser. Well, no, we haven't got to. We still got Uncharted. I guess for PlayStation 5 and surprisingly PC. So
Is it surprisingly?
But I'm gonna say something, man, and
Yes.
this gonna rear its head when we see God of War Ragnarok. This really is a testament to how good Sony has been developing games. Cause artists could, being on YouTube, you really can't fully appreciate the visuals. So I know there's going to be a distinctive difference between what was on the 4 and what's going to be here on the 5. But these games even though they look better, these games look good, period. These were some good looking games. Like Uncharted 4 is a good looking game. I wish they just make a remake of all of them and remaster all of them and put it all on one disc. That's what they should do.
I thought they did have an Uncharted collection that
They
was
do, but
remastered.
I'm saying
Is
for
it
the
not
PlayStation
remastered?
5. Yeah, remastered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the PlayStation 5.
Gotcha.
So, but what y'all
So,
think? Y'all
if
gonna
somebody-
get it?
I probably would because I never really played any of them. What am I looking at? Is this just the expansion part, or is this the 4 and that one that came afterwards? What is this that I'm looking at?
It's four, and the one that came after 4,
Lost
the
Legacy.
Lost
That's why I'm gonna
Legacy.
get it, because I got Lost Legacy and I can't play it. It has me swimming.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this
I
one.
never beat it.
Yeah,
I never beat
it
it.
had my
I'm
head.
playing-
I never
rolling.
played it actually.
I'm
That's
actually
good.
surprised at the first three.
Game before, so I'm gonna get this for PC. Now it's time for the main event.
It's good, but man, it had my head rolling, man. So I stopped playing it. So if they can improve that on the 5 with the update, Lost Legacy will be one I'll probably get it for. But here's the game. One of the games that I got the oh my gods on when y'all said I was mad. I was mad. I was in McDonald's line. I'm like, why y'all? What are y'all? Y'all know I can't see nothing. But here's the game.
Oh my God.
Wolverine
OMGs.
by Insomniac. When I saw the Insomniac, I was like, we in for a treat. Now, of course, this ain't no game. This is not gameplay, so let's be fair.
It's absolutely not.
But we got so much to go off of to know that it is. And I'm gonna pull a book out of John Shaw because John Shaw said I don't care. I don't go off track records, but I'm gonna go off a track record. Insomniac has been delivering the goods, and I trust that they're gonna deliver the goods with this Wolverine game.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, in a matter of 18 months, they are on fire.
Yeah,
they're doing what we wanted. Who makes the Batman games?
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. They're doing what we wanted Rocksteady to do. Rocksteady, give us a different game outside of Batman.
Yep.
Like in that same, like it was somebody, The Flash, somebody.
And we've been wanting this game ever since forever. We've been wanting dude, ever since the Arkham game started, and ever since the Spider-Man games, like, man, can we please get a Wolverine game like this? It's almost like Sony said, okay, you want this? Here you go. You want that? Here you go. Oh, this other game you were talking about? Here's that too.
Bro, but it's going to be exclusive though. These Xbox players gonna have to get a PlayStation to play Wolverine though.
Let's not start that. Don't get those.
You know, but it's funny.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying that's the chess move by Sony though.
I got
that's what I'm talking about. They're playing the chess move to say, if y'all can have baseball, but you got to come to me to play Wolverine.
Yeah, that's
so smart, man.
And Keith was like, I'm walking the Xbox out to the curb and saying, "It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me."
You ain't right, man. Now,
that was so good.
I'm looking.
We've
Go
had.
ahead, Keith.
No, we've had 2 or 3 Xbox conferences.
Yeah.
Not one has made us feel like this one showcase.
Correct.
Not one.
Are we prison? I'm being devil's advocate. Are we prisoners of the moment? Are we excited? Some of these games are not coming to 2023.
It
don't matter. How do you feel right now?
Give me a reason to get your system. This is what I said. I said it a long time ago. Even if you show me something that's not even ready, give me a reason to buy your system.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's ready or not.
And everything, I can only play Wolverine on the PS5. I can only play, what we're going to see in a few seconds here on the PS5.
Gran Turismo.
We don't care about that right now.
Don't even care about that. But if you do care about that, you can only play it on the PS5.
PS5.
Now, do you think this is going to compete with Forza?
Yeah, they're the OG.
Okay, I mean.
Forza, the regular Forza.
Yeah, the regular Forza.
The one that they've been pumping. The one they've been pumping here lately.
Yeah, GT is the OG, man.
I think it can take regular Forza, but I don't think it's messing with Forza Horizon.
It's not trying to. It's not trying to do that. This is sim race.
Now this is Insomniac again with Spider-Man. And
Spider-Man.
This was an unexpected. I did not expect this.
With the voice of Kraven the Hunter. That's who that was. That was Kraven.
Oh, was it?
Who the guy who's talking at the beginning? That's not Venom. That's a different voice.
Okay.
That's Kraven.
He's
talking about the hunt. He's talking about hunting. That's Kraven. The voice you hear first is Kraven, and then the second voice you hear when it says "we," that's Venom.
Right. Well.
Now wait a minute. You saw a little bit of electricity hit.
Yeah, you saw. That's what I was finishing. I thought I saw static. Yeah. The electricity, like. There's a lot going on in this video. You're pretty sure we're gonna get some breakdowns, but this one was a present.
This is it.
Yeah, this one was like, oh my god,
this is it.
Now this is coming out 23.
Don't care.
Okay, all right.
Don't give a dang.
They actually look like they showed gameplay.
No, they said it wasn't.
Oh, they said it wasn't. Okay,
Yeah.
That's not right. So you're not right for that. But anyway, the game it looked like what the game actually looked like. So actually,
It does, but it's not actual gameplay.
Great. So.
No, D2K was saying something.
Go ahead, D2. My bad. Because we get into the game, we about to step into what did.
I mean, at this point, I have my jaw was literally on the floor. I can't
take it no more.
And then we got Kratos.
Oh.
It's unfair, man. It's like
I am upset
unfair.
that Corey Barlow is not leading this product. I really want Corey Barlow to do it.
Me.
This other guy seems legit, but I really wanted Corey to do this one.
That scared me when I found out it wasn't him, and he said when they were talking about it afterwards.
Right.
Just off what they showed.
Oh
again,
man.
It was already a beautiful game. And the little subtle details, and you ain't even really seen it in its full glory. It's finna be that business.
Beautiful. I
said this in the chat that this game already looked next gen on the PlayStation 4.
It did.
So there really wasn't a whole lot they really needed to do with this game.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be the PlayStation 4, right?
Microsoft doesn't even have anything that looks as good as what this looked like on the 4. Yeah.
It's gonna be on the 4. I thought.
No, what I'm saying, it is. But what I'm saying
it
is, Microsoft has yet to show us a game that looks as good as this game looked on the PlayStation 4.
On the Series X.
Yes, on the Series X.
They don't have anything on the Series X that looks this
maybe.
good.
Gears, the update to Gears may look as up to, but that's still not have anything new that looks like this. That's
y'all looking at this game.
Yeah, Gears does look good, but it ain't. I know what you're saying. It don't have the same level of depth. I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. So I don't know, man. Like
Gears can be this, but they don't seem to care.
But look, just think about this. They could have showed Horizon. They could have showed other games that's coming out. Literally, they got a game coming out in 2 or 3 weeks that's beautiful. They got Horizon that's coming out before this, and they didn't even show Horizon. They showed this.
Oh.
And we ain't even seen what Horizon gonna look like. They got a lot of stuff, man. They got a lot of stuff.
This is it, man. Like, this made me want to play my PlayStation so bad. Like, seeing this game made me just so happy that it's coming, because the God of War on the PS4 just totally 100% changed my vision, my view of Kratos and everything I thought God of War was. It was a masterpiece of a video game, and this looks like it's going to continue that. Like, I can't. This is
another thing that I gotta give Sony on this showcase. They just kept going and going and going for 40 minutes straight. They didn't give you a whole lot of talking. They
no
just
fluff.
kept showing you just a little bit, just to segue, just to set up a pause, to get Kratos set up to make it epic. Just enough, not long. We just want to pause because we want to build up the anticipation for what we finna show next. We don't just want to jump into it. That's all they did, and it was like perfectly paced, game after game after game, and a steady, gradual build up to, oh my God. And everything they showed, I would say 80% of it was highly interesting.
And they didn't even slow play that it was Kratos. It opened right up on Kratos' face. They didn't even slow play it. They just, boom, it's Kratos. You know what this is. Come watch it.
Yeah, this was a darn good showcase. How it started, like D2K said, it was slow, but it kept building and kept building.
It built.
It didn't start and then hit you with a whole bunch of dull stuff and one epic game at the end like they typically do. No, they kind of just gave you all the filler stuff at the beginning, and they built like an album, like a musical, a good album. You put the song
to a crescendo.
Yeah,
they built to a crescendo.
Put the music in the right sequence. It makes it paints a picture, and that's what they did. They basically saying, this is where you need to be for right now. We got what you need, and
hold on. I'm not gonna get credit for my big word like D2K. If he would have said it, crescendo, he would have.
Crescendo, I know what crescendo is. You know?
I know, man, but I used in the right sense, man. Whatever, man. I'm done.
Oh, my bad. Let me, hold up. Say it again, K-Mo. Say it one more time.
Crescendo.
There you go, man.
Oh man, go ahead.
No, so we basically at the end of the conference, and they just showing. So for the next, I say 15, 20, and then we get out of here. Has Sony set a bar? Do we feel like Sony is setting a bar? No, I'm just asking a question. Has Sony really set a bar that's really distinguishing them from Microsoft?
Man, we've been saying that for the past 6-7 years.
But yeah,
We still waiting on that Microsoft game. It's been 7 years. I don't know. I'm making up a number, but it's been a while. We still waiting on it.
So
and we saw how they treated their own baby, Halo. You know, they was ready to put that out, and it wasn't even good. So I don't know what Microsoft really thinks about video games or how they think about their customers, but they were going to put that game out, and they got slammed before they even put it out. You know what I mean? So whatever bar Sony has set, they need to try to at least sniff it.
D2K said his laptop went out on him, so give him time he'd be back in. Go ahead, though.
But yeah, Sony's definitely set a bar. Sony has, like I was saying, a lot of those games weren't even exclusive, but the fact that they showed them and the way they showed them, but then the ones that they had were exclusives. No, let me rechange. Let me say this because I think this is more powerful. Let me say it like this: the games that were exclusive on Sony stood above these games that were already looking good. Like these games anywhere would look great, and the Sony games still stood out. That's a bar. That's a bar to me, because you're looking at some excellent titles for Spoken, and I got the list right. Project Eve. All these games are great, beautiful graphics, and the Sony games still seem to outshine them. And these are all the same games that we will see on the Microsoft conference. The bar, you're right, Level. The bar is set because these games are still able to stand alone. That Uncharted game, that's a PlayStation 4 game, still stood out in the midst of all that stuff that's going everywhere else. So yeah.
The problem. Go ahead, keep up.
No, I was to say that one thing we need to understand though is that Sony isn't out here saying that we do everything great. What Sony is saying is that we do story-driven games and we do them amazingly. Because again, you don't see the type of games that you would see from Nintendo. You don't see those type of games. You didn't really see a platformer today, right? A true platformer like you would see with Nintendo. But Sony's like, this is our stitch. This is what we do, and we do it well. And that's why you got the banger after the banger after the banger as far as these story-driven action games. They do them pretty much better than anyone else. And again, there was no shooter in Sony's first-party repertoire that you saw. It was these story-driven ones, but they just do them better than everyone else.
And here's the crazy thing, man. They showing the game right now that they ain't even showing the showcase.
Yep.
And it's killer. So this is my thing, man. Microsoft just got to get some games, man. Like I don't know how long it's gonna take their studios to really put out something that will be compelling enough to stand up to what Sony's already showing you. Nintendo is good. Nintendo has Breath of the Wild. We all gushing over that. We all looking forward to this new Metroid Prime, this Metroid Dread. We looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. We still waiting on Bayonetta 3. There's so many games that Nintendo can make whatever direct they do next, they could still shine in the aftermath of this showcase. But really, Microsoft, I just don't know what they have that they can show. I'm not saying that they don't have them. They got what? What's that game that used to be by Rare? The shooting game.
Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Yeah, Perfect Dark. They got that. They teased it, but they didn't. I don't think we saw any gameplay. So they got some stuff. They got a potential Gears of War. What, 5, 6? I don't know if it's 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's 6. So they got some stuff, but we don't know how far that stuff is out. And if Sony's showing stuff in for 2023, Microsoft can show some stuff that far out and get away with it, I think.
Well, the Wolverine is probably even further out.
Right. So
because it was only in development.
Yeah. So, but we know. But again, we got so much to go off of from Insomniac with the Spider-Man that it builds anticipation. You know, just like we saw Project E, we thought it was Platinum Games. We know what to expect from Platinum Games. It made you like, what is this? It's got to be Platinum Games. So the thing with Microsoft is a lot of new studios that we don't know if they proven. We don't know what they make. Don't mean that they can't make some good stuff. But like Keith said, we have gotten several whatever they call their experience or whatever. Yeah. And in all of them, Forza's been it. It's been Forza.
It's been the highlight.
Go ahead. My bad.
No. I was just saying Forza's been the highlight.
Yeah, Forza's been they what they have built they show around Forza, and then I think they have done so much damage to Halo that you really can't recreate. You can't recreate that moment again. Yeah, you fumbled the ball, and that first time impression is a lasting impression. You fumbled it so bad out the gate. You really set up Halo to just have to prove itself when it's on the shelf and you buy it and play it and learn. Oh, it actually is a good game. I don't think showing it is going to do anything for it anymore. Like there's no point in going.
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah, we can hear you.
There's no point in going back. Go ahead, D2.
The people who have played the multiplayer, they say it's really good.
Right.
But I don't think that's good enough for Microsoft. I think that Halo had to be a grand slam walk-off home run, and it's not even a single to first, quite frankly. I mean, pieces of the game are still not working properly, and they have to release it.
It won't be ready.
It's inexcusable for Microsoft to be at this state of affairs at this time. I mean, Sony is not even really, they don't even have to try as hard as they are to win this going away. You know, I mean, Nintendo can take their sweet time working on their next console because Microsoft's no threat to them either.
I don't think they're trying, but that's my thing, D2. I don't really think this showcase was a trying hard. We knew Ragnarok was coming because they already told us. They pushed it back. They just finally let us see it. They, like, to me, trying hard would be showing a new Uncharted. They didn't. They just showed you some games. They just showed you.
They can't show us everything. I mean, I almost had a stroke watching.
Right. What I'm saying is,
it was too much.
I don't think this was even trying hard. This is just what they got in the stable. Like, we got Ragnarok. We already showed you Horizon. We gonna show you God of War Ragnarok, which looks like what it, the original God of War 4 looked like, but it just looks on a whole nother level, which proved that Sony them know what they're doing with the visuals and stuff. They there, and that game is amazing. So I don't need to be shown. God of War 4 is amazing. Period. I told you it's the best game of last generation. Period. Outside of, I think that and Breath of the Wild are the two best games I played of last gen. Period. Right. You could throw them, toss them up. You could say Breath of the Wild, God of War 4, God of War 4, Breath of the Wild. I ain't gonna be mad at you in what order you say. Them was the two standout games. So we know what this is finna be. That makes the chill go up your back. You about to get back in this world. That's why I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2. I already know what I'm getting. don't know nothing. Like, bro, I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm getting here. I don't know what this experience finna be. It looks okay. I don't know. It's like Halo. I don't know what this really finna be. Like, I don't know, man. I feel sorry for him, but I don't think Sony tried hard here. I think Sony just showed.
I think the Wolverine was them trying hard because it's not even really close in development.
Trying hard I think trolls. Like trying hard or being. I think we saw a lot of
being trolls. That's funny.
Let me explain, and I shut up.
Okay.
They just letting you know, just in case you think. This is what they saying to me. You can go back to your analogy, K-Bum, in the original montage with the chessboard. Don't think we ain't got some stuff. That's to show Wolverine says if they willing to show that they got an exclusive with Wolverine, what ain't they showing you?
Understand.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying hard. I'm really punking you. That's what I'm doing. I'm really letting you, boy, don't even peep your whole head out that hole. This is how deep we ready to go edge. That's what it said to me. I ain't even trying hard. I'm just teasing you. I'm trolling you. I'm letting you know you ain't on our level yet. And they proving it. And I say that not to kick up fan war dust. I'm saying Microsoft and Game Pass, that's all they've been pushing. It's like that's cool that you can play all these old games.
Good.
But we didn't buy these systems to play all these old games. That's an addition. That's plus. But what I bought the game system for, you ain't showing me that. You showing me the ketchup and the barbecue sauce. You ain't showing me no meat.
Right.
I don't go to the store and buy barbecue sauce unless I got some ribs to put that sauce on. Like Game Pass is barbecue sauce. It's good. It makes everything taste better. But if I ain't got nothing to lay that barbecue sauce on, I think that's a good analogy. I like that analogy. But go ahead.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. Pat yourself on the back.
What y'all think the gameplay gonna be like?
Which one?
Wolverine.
Man, I think it would probably be more like Batman.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. I mean, Spider-Man does a little bit too. I guess I'm just wondering like how is he gonna navigate through the world? Because I'm trying not to compare it to Spider-Man, but I know that they're probably gonna use it as a backbone. But I ain't mad at Batman. I ain't mad at them playing like Batman.
I mean, the Wolverine doesn't have to be open world. To be honest,
that's true.
It can be story driven from point A to point B type of thing.
And it's going to have to be a little bit more grounded too, because he doesn't have the ability to, Spider-Man has the webbing, Batman has the grappling hook and just cape to fly around, so it's going to have to be more heavier.
Yeah, that's why I said Batman over Spider-Man. Because Batman, when he's doing
he weighs like 500 pounds, something like that.
Wolverine
does.
When he's doing his fighting on the ground, he heavy.
Yeah, he's 500 pounds.
Yeah, so
how much he weighs.
That's what I was kind of referring to with Batman. Not really just the fighting mechanics. I would say Batman over Spider-Man. But K-Bum, even though he's heavy, in the comics he's agile as heck. That brother still can flip and move just as fast as Spider-Man. So
true.
Maybe like a Devil May or Bayonetta type, but not jumping, not as the Spider-Man because of the weapon. It changes up everything. So I would say more like a cross between Batman and Spider-Man, somewhere in the middle. Fast like Spider-Man, heavy like Batman, but a happy medium. But like I said, we excited because we getting the Wolverine game, and it's Insomniac. But we I don't want to jump the gun too early and it don't live up, and we get a cyberpunk situation. But I doubt
Sony ain't scared to delay their titles. When last time you seen a Sony title come out and it was buggy as crap?
That's true.
Let's be fair. Wolverine ain't coming on every platform under the sun either. So
Yeah,
So,
Sony doesn't do that to their time. They remember we even saw that special in the God of War special when they was like, we need time to fix these bugs, and they went through the hard decision and delayed the game.
and I think another analogy in this beginning montage is Microsoft saying we got the crown.
Yeah, yes they
We the
did.
kings.
They crowned themselves.
Yeah,
Yes, they
crowned
did.
themselves. So we playing chess, and we the queens, and we the kings. We running this. That's what they saying. So
Yep.
Man,
But
they
anyway.
playing chess and Microsoft playing Uno.
Yeah, Uno was
I
fun.
don't want to dump on
That dude
Microsoft.
said Uno.
I don't want to dump on Microsoft too bad, because I am, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I do have honest intrigue about what Microsoft might have down the road, and I'm looking forward to at one point or at some point in the game purchasing a Series X. I plan on getting one. That's still my plan. But like Nora said, like Keith said, you haven't shown me why I should. Sony has. Sony, I have not been disappointed at all with my purchase with dropping $4.99 on that Sony PlayStation 5. I have not been disappointed. I actually haven't even played my Switch much at all, just a little bit since buying the thing. Sony has lived up to the purchase, just like the Switch lived up to the purchase for me as well. Microsoft just hasn't given me a reason to even look at the Xbox Series X. I'm only looking at it because I know I want it eventually. I know something's going to come at some point, hopefully, but right now, I mean, even listening to Keith talk about Psychonauts, that ain't a game that's gonna make me go spend go spend $4.99. You know what I'm saying? So Ratchet and Clank was. I ain't gonna say I would have bought a PlayStation 5 for Ratchet and Clank, but it was one of the draws plus the game I told you with Astrobot. And then Miles Morales and all that. That was enough of a compelling reason to get it. Like Miles Morales, Astrobot, and Ratchet and Clank coming at the top of the year. Oh yeah, I'm getting this system. Now, I thought we was gonna, I knew we wasn't getting Ragnarok at the end of the year like they said. And I told y'all that game ain't coming in 2021. I knew that, but we getting it 2022. I'm fine. I'm good. Matter of fact, my pocket thank you for putting it in 2022. What have we seen from Microsoft yet? Not even Halo is a reason to buy Microsoft Xbox.
The game they've been trying to tout out and show everyone. We haven't really seen anything really about it since they first announced the Xbox, and that's
Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade. Like, where's the gameplay been at? We haven't seen gameplay. We saw the little CGI trailer, whatever that they said wasn't wasn't a CGI trailer.
Can they realize those visuals?
And then we haven't seen it since, really. And so, I mean, that's supposed to have been one of the system sellers. It was the first thing that they showed. So
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, they showed that 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? I think it was.
It was 19. Yep.
Yeah, they showed it at
It's coming up in 2 years.
They showed it at the revealing of the Xbox Series X at Game Awards in December. Yeah, so yeah, that's been right at 2 years. We coming up on 2 years since that's been a thing. So and we've seen, matter of fact, Horizon was shown after that, and we were already about to get Horizon. Ragnarok was shown after that. We about to get Ragnarok. And you're right, K-Bun. We haven't seen that game in gameplay yet.
Yep.
Okay. We
Yep.
done. I'm done. Can't do this no more. I feel like we dumping on Microsoft. I don't want to do that.
It's not a dump. It's the truth.
It's the
is.
That's not a dump. That's the truth.
So
We're not going out of the way. We're just talking about what's actually going on, and what's
Yeah.
going on is not much.
I
for
just feel
Microsoft.
like I just feel guilty. I feel guilty. I don't want to do it no more.
You didn't do it. I mean, look. There's a reason to own a Nintendo Switch. There's a reason to own the PlayStation 5. There's a reason to own the Steam Deck when it comes out. There's no reason for anybody to buy a Series X or Series S. And they keep giving you more reasons not to buy it. I mean, they come out and say, oh, well, eventually you're going to be able to stream games on whatever Xbox console that you have and get the same level of graphics that you can play on the Series X. Okay, thanks. Now I know I don't have to spend my $500.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Kratos all in one setting. That's not just Spider-Man, Miles Morales and Peter Parker all in one setting. That's a lot.
How you gonna sit up there, me of all people? How you gonna sit up there and have me contemplating, possibly, maybe, perhaps buying a Nintendo Switch and not an Xbox Series X? Simply because Nintendo said, here's some game that you actually wanted to play. Here's another game that you actually wanted to play. Microsoft's not doing any of that.
That's true. It's true. And hopefully they figure it out. I don't think they're gonna figure it out before 2021 is out. I think the course is set. I don't think they got much set up for the the holiday season. I just don't foresee it because I think the next thing we better get is Nintendo and what they got set for the holiday season, and I think it's gonna be Dread and Mario Party and some surpriser that we wasn't expecting, something in there that we wasn't expecting from a third party or something. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna be that Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what I think it's gonna be. And,
quiet as it's kept. You know what dropped on the Nintendo Switch finally after all this time?
What's that?
Slime Rancher.
Oh, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
It did.
Yep. I was shocked when I saw that. I'm like, what? Really? I mean, it's way overdue, but it just goes what I was just got through saying is that Microsoft or Nintendo and Sony is like, look, we're just here. This is what you wanted. Here, have it.
Yeah, something flew up in here, man, and freaked me out. That's why I ain't getting that ghost wire stuff. I can't do it. I promise you, bro. I had these earphones on. Something. I'm like, bro, I about read up out y'all was about to be talking about y'all self. Big old bug gonna flew up on my booth. I had to knock it down. I'm like, what is that? But anyway, well, this is the end of the show.
I think it was a good one. Let's hope. That first video.
I don't think you'll get a strike for that. At worst, you get a claim, and who cares about that? But you know. Fair use.
Man, to be honest, what I believe happened after this video showed, the what I imagined Sony actually doing was I know you guys watched the wrestling back in the Attitude Era, but I can just see Sony holding the mic up like The Rock, and when he takes that big whiff and smells, and he just do that stand, you know the movie that when he just stands there.
Anyway,
It's not playing fair, because that's what I imagine Sony doing after this press conference. At the showcase aired, is them doing that move right there and just dropping the mic. You just smell, yeah, just smell.
Sony, come back. No, man. That's it.